Come on, phone, go live. Oh, you ass. You gonna let me get over? What up, what up? It's your dude, Gigwise here, trying to get on the highway, and people aren't, it's raining, it's cold, and people are driving like absolute fools. I guess they don't understand. We haven't had rain in a little while. It's a little slicker when you drive in the rain. You should drive a little slower. Seriously, rideshare Lisa, don't message me when you know I'm going live. I just told her I'm driving. I'm going live in a couple minutes. She messages me back. Let me know if you can hear me. I can't have this thing in my ear because now that I got a jacket on because it's cold, my jacket kept yanking the earbud out of my ear because there's nothing to hold it to my ear. So I got it wrapped around my ear so I have the microphone up here. Happy Saturday. I'm going to pick up a Red Lobster order on Dlivrd. That's all I had for today. I got it yesterday. I couldn't get anything on DeliverTha last night or today, or Dlivrd for that matter, for a morning breakfast or a lunch. There was nothing, like zero. Not even bad offers. So I just took this one because my back's still messed up because that stupid sciatic nerve I tweaked. I can't get it to snap back. After I make this delivery and end this stream, I may run by AutoZone and walk around the store carrying a heavy car battery, and then switch hands and walk around the store again with the other hand carrying that heavy car battery. That seemed to work when I worked at AutoZone, but I don't know which hand ever fixed it. I just remember taking a battery out to somebody's car and installing it real quick back when I worked there, and I came back in and I'm working. I'm like, wait a second. I'm not in pain anymore. And I don't know how much time had passed. I just know the only thing I really did, I was like, carrying anything heavy was that car battery. I'm like, that couldn't have fixed it. Well, it happened again a while later. Not the same day. So that's what I did. I carried a car battery, and it seemed like a little while later after that, the pain disappeared. I carried a heavy bag of groceries inside yesterday, a catering bag full of groceries, with my left hand, hoping that fixed it. It didn't, but it seemed like the pain eased up a little bit because it was starting to come back and hurt really bad yesterday after I finished grocery shopping. Welcome, everybody. I see Chevy. I think I saw Red in here earlier. Lisa's here now instead of messaging me. DigiNomad. Yeah. I tagged Mr. Beast on this stream. I doubt he will ever even see, or any of his people will see, that I tagged him on this live stream. When you've got, I don't know how many millions and millions, 60 plus million subscribers, he's probably getting tagged thousands of times a day. Just trying to get just a little bit of, the tiniest bit of attention out of Mr. Beast, because shoot, Mr. Beast tagged me a couple of times. I probably have over 300,000 subscribers the next day. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, this order's paying right just under $152 for $878 and I think 79 cents worth of Red Lobster. That is definitely more than enough to get me to go out and do one delivery when I'm in back pain. Like Thursday when I couldn't. I would have went out and made this delivery Thursday when I could barely walk. Well, I could walk fine if I hopped around on my right leg, but my left leg wasn't working very well because that sciatic goes all the way down it. Yeah, it's a lot of Red Lobster, I guess. I don't know. It's my only second time going to Red Lobster for a catering order, and my second time ever going to Red Lobster for an order, for any kind of order. And I don't remember if the last one, I think the last one was a DeliverTha, but it could have been, I don't know. I don't remember which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was a DeliverTha because it was further out than I would normally take a delivery. But, when you're trying to get that first 25, or back then I think it was the first 10, I will take things that I typically won't just to get out of that noob status or get into their preferred driver program. And those that didn't tune into my last live stream, I did get suspended from DeliverTha, not because I did anything wrong, except not take any deliveries the first year I was on the platform. I never even went active until just over a year. That's why I was suspended, because if you go a year without taking any, going active on their platform, they'll suspend you. They didn't suspend me. I guess it was an overlook. I don't know. Until I hit my 25, took the test to get their preferred driver badge. Then they had to review my account. That's when they saw it. Technically, they didn't have to suspend me. They just did. I had to pay for a motor vehicle report again. I don't know why they suspended me when they technically didn't have to. All they had to do was opt not to hit that button, I guess. So I think that was kind of dirty that they suspended me like that. Yeah, it took me a year to get going on it, but I took off like gangbusters. It was hard to get 25 deliveries in that short amount of time. Now I got to wait a month. I wait 1 month, and then I'll be at the 90 days, because now I'm still can't get in the preferred driver program because they changed it from 10 days to 1 month to 90 days while I was trying to get that first 10. So, whatever. I'll get there, and then I'll start being the best driver in the St. Louis market that I can be for their platform, and they'll be like, oh, boy, maybe we should have not made this guy wait. DoorDash does suck. That's all we need to say about that on my channel. Yeah, Sam Lee got deactivated a while ago on that. He's just still crying about it. And he knows exactly why he was suspended, because he said it on, from what I hear, because I don't watch the guy's content, on the Robert Reese dude. He was on his channel and explained why he got suspended, but now he's on other people's platform, or other people's live stream, saying he doesn't know. But he does know. He was stealing time. He was not marking something completed, doing the airplane mode trick, whatever you want to call it, and then marking it delivered when he was back closer to somewhere else so he could milk. I'm guessing not only time from DoorDash, but time from Prop 22. I don't mind driving a little slow in the rain, but dude, 40 miles per hour, really? I'm in the van and it only has rear road drive. I'm not used to driving this van in weather like this, so I'll just go with the flow. I'm plenty early. I have to be there at 5:35 and it's 5:18 and I'm 8 minutes away. Yeah, and if I would have done something wrong to get suspended from DeliverTha, I'd let you guys know. I'd own up to it. I'd tell you what the hell I did for a couple of different reasons. One, because that's the kind of person I am. I own up to my mistakes. Two, I don't want anybody else to get suspended for the same thing I did. So I'll find out and say, hey, don't do this because it'll get you suspended. And that's just too much money that you can earn to throw away on something stupid. Oh, that's a turn lane. I'm like, holy cow, they got the highway open to 3 lanes here? Nah, the far right lane's an off turn lane for the off-ramp. Where's my mic at? Okay, my mic's still close enough. Whose food's that? There's up in the area I usually hang out with my friends. On New Jersey, Mike's just open. I've never eaten there. I think I've only delivered from there one time. And everybody out in the area where this new one is, they think it's by far the best sub sandwich shop around. And I'm like, really? I've never heard anything. I've never heard anybody brag about how good Jersey Mike's is. Quite the opposite. I heard you got to pay a lot for their sandwiches, and they're pretty skeet on the toppings, basically the what goes in it, the filling. So I don't know. I haven't eaten there. I have no desire to eat there. You know me, I'm cheap, and I don't want to spend a lot of money and get a little food. If I spend a lot of money, I want a lot of food. Right, with the DeliverTha right now, I'm more worried about getting into that preferred driver program because I want to see what kind of direct partnerships they have in my market. Because if they have good partnerships, I can make good money off of them. If all they have is EzCater orders, I could give a rat's ass about that app. I'll use it just to fill in some gaps on real small, short distance orders. But I'm not going to do the same amount of work to make $33 that I can do on another app and make $333. You feel me? And I've been in contact with them. I talked to Sade on the phone about this, about giving them a list of merchants in my market that all do catering. It's an extensive list, and I'm not even finished with it yet, that they can contact and get some direct partnerships with. Hell, even if they only got 10% of the restaurants or merchants on my list, because they're not all restaurants. Some of them are banquet facilities or catering facilities. That would help them out, and it would help the drivers out. But they want me to get in touch with the merchants and give them a link to go to seek a partnership with them instead of the other way around. And I don't get paid by DeliverTha to go do work that they need to do. And that's kind of what I told Sade, roughly, something to that effect. So I also, I'm not just giving away that list to one person. I'm also going to reach out to Dlivrd because they're have now got direct partnerships in motion. And Dlivrd also told me that the catering market is not that busy in my market. The catering business is not that busy in my market. That is not correct. I've worked this market for 30 years, over 30 years. I've been at catering for at least 14 or 15 years of that. Catering is very, very big in my market. They just don't know how to get a hold of them. They don't know this market. They haven't lived here. They haven't worked it, so they don't know. I'm not telling them, I'm not saying they're not capable. They don't know, like wherever they're based, I have no idea about their market, restaurants, anything. If you don't know and you don't have feet on the ground in that area doing the research, you are not going to know. So I'm going to do it. That's why I'm making this list to do a good chunk of the work for them. Now all they got to do is contact the people. The main one is a grocery store. I want them to get in a direct partnership with one of these grocery stores up here like DeliverTha has with Wegmans, because if you're benefiting from the Wegmans partnership with DeliverTha, hell yeah, because I know somebody in this chat is, and she's doing damn good. Damn good show. Damn good. Sorry, Patriot Twins just popped in my head when they do their videos. The Hodge Twins. That's how I start off. Damn good show. Damn good show. Love the Hodge Twins. Crack me up. Pretty much anytime you hear a loud exhaust like that, you can bank on that was a Mustang. It's probably always going to be a Mustang, one of them Chargers, sometimes a Challenger, or even maybe a Camaro. That's about it. They're very proud of their exhaust, the sound of their exhaust on those vehicles. Very proud. Oh, man, Michael Jackson's on the radio. I'll turn that down. There's some Michael Jackson I can still listen to, but most of the, like Thriller, I hear that year-round at least, like, pop on a radio at least 4 times a week, at least. It's had its time. It's ran its course in my mind. Just stick to playing it around Halloween. Then I could listen to it again. That's on you. I wish this Red Lobster had a side door for me to pull in or pull up to. It's not raining that bad, but it is raining. And it's like 45 degrees here now. It was 84 and humid yesterday. 45 today. The temp literally dropped almost in half, which I like this weather much better. Don't get me wrong. I don't really like the rain a whole lot. I'm not always happy when it rains. There's Sam Lee. I just saw a Datsun pickup truck, like an 81 for sale that has no rust, and it's original paint. That really shocked me because I mean back then we called them Rotsons because they always rotted out. They rusted like crazy. Even if on DeliverTha, all you can do is those EzCater orders that you make anywhere from like 32, 33 to 35 to 36 or whatever dollars. Again, you do 5 of those a week, you're going to increase your earnings by 165 to possibly 200 a week just off 5 easy orders. I got to put my cigarette out. Actually, I'm going to pull around back. I'm 11, I'm only 9 minutes later or early. I'll make a lap and then I'll pull. They got a little overhang. I didn't remember that. This Red Lobster's been here since I was a kid. And I've been in it my 2 times for picking up. This will be the second time picking up an order. So 1 time picking up an order, and I think I ate here twice in all them years. Funny thing about the song Thriller, the Vincent Price part, in 8th grade, some English class I was in, I had to write a poem, and I don't like poetry. I'm terrible at it. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me, and I just don't care. It didn't make me a better person or a worse person in life, not knowing poetry. So the teacher wasn't hip to pop music, and I knew the lyrics by heart to this song, especially the Vincent Price part. And we had to write a quick poem in class. I used the lyrics from Vincent Price in this song is my poem, and I got an A. I totally plagiarized the heck out of that and never got caught. Oh, Soft Cell, Tainted Love coming on the radio. Hope y'all can't hear that, because if you can hear it, the YouTube censor bots will be able to hear that. And I'll get a copyright claim, but it's pretty low. This stereo in here doesn't go very loud. It's just the bass truck stereo. I am going to pull up right in front because I've got my doors right on the side that I'll be able to open and go in and get this order. God, I cannot believe how busy this restaurant still gets. I hear crappy feedback about Red Lobster these days, but when I came up here and picked up the last catering order, they were busy as all get out. That was another dinner one. Got the beard growing out just in time for this cold weather. I started growing it just in time. It was a little warm there for a minute. I was about ready to shave it back off. Oh gosh, now I got people going through that entrance that I need to park in. I am continuing my search for those carrier apps that Cars and Cribs talks about. I've got a couple videos I got to watch of his. I've bookmarked or saved or whatever. I got to go back and look because there's one he mentions 5 of them, and I looked in the description. I didn't recognize any of them. I never even heard of them. So I definitely got to watch him and get the facts from him because Cars and Cribs, he's going to shoot the truth to you. He doesn't sugarcoat it, which is pretty cool. And I am right here in their covered entrance, and I think I left room for cars to get by. Endless shrimps. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, they do that. Last time I was here was all you can eat crab legs. That's why we were here. Well, at least I was here. My ex-wife, well, it was when I was still married, and she doesn't eat seafood. She'd eat popcorn shrimp at Cracker Barrel and smother it in ketchup to where all you could taste was some kind of breading and ketchup. It was nasty. I'll be back though. I got to pull this off my ear, but hopefully I won't be long. If you hear noise, it's me opening my side door. Bags too. That's half of it. All right. I saw your message, Lisa, as I'm in there trying to work. Oh man, it's packed. The place is packed. I don't know if you can hear me yet. Yeah, it's packed in there. And they were still, hell, the biscuits were still in the oven. They were just getting them out. What delivered? The Red Lobster is very busy. I just got it loaded and I'm getting on the road to its destination. All good now. I had texted them and told them the restaurant was running behind. Oh, and Jesus. Mark all that as red. I don't think there's a contact name. Instructions: garage will be open. Come through the garage into the kitchen. There is no name. The name is home. That's my thing on here. It was on the floor when I just got back in the front. Well, it's not all the way down on the floor. I got a box here, so it's raised up about a foot. I am on my way with your Red Lobster order and will see you shortly. It typed everything right. I do need to plug my phone in. I guess it's a Halloween party. I don't know. Honestly, I care about the money. That's all that concerns me. 2751. I got to punch in the coordinates into Gypsy here so Gypsy can guide me there. 2751. Boom, there we go. Autofill. I figured I'd be about 15 minutes away. I am wrong. It says I'm 13 minutes away from the drop off. 9.2 miles, no big deal. Yeah, I couldn't even take all my bags, all the bags I needed in at one time because there's too damn many people blocking my way. Seafood orgy, maybe. I'd be weird. Yeah, this mic's pretty good on here. You know, I see people. These are those Samsung headphones they come with the phones and whatnot. Are used to. I've seen people doing basically karaoke on YouTube, where there'll be an artist that just has the music of their song, and then somebody else is on their channel. You'll see a split screen, the real artist there with the reaction of that person singing their music, and I see them singing into these things, and it sounds really good. Not what you would think out of a little bitty tiny microphone and some headphones. I'm on the lookout right now. I was kind of looking today. I want to set up my home setup better with as far as sound quality goes on the microphone. I'm looking for a real microphone by the brand Shure SHURE or something comparable. Even back in the day, Radio Shack had some decent microphones for what my purposes would be or uses. Then I'm gonna have to get something to hold that thing because it won't clip in my little boom thing I have for my current microphone. They weigh quite a bit more than these like $20 to $50 microphone setups you get off the Amazon. They're also usually not $20 to $50. They're more like $150 to $200 and upwards on those kind of mics. They're very expensive. That's why I'm looking used. I had some years ago. I accumulated stuff like that running bars because band would play or whatever, and sometimes leave stuff behind like microphones. I'd hang on to them if they never came and got them. I usually would give them to the friend's band was playing or something like that. I'd just give them away. Say, hey, you guys need some extra mics. These were left like months ago. I guess they're never coming back for them because sometimes I'd only have a band play there one time. And if I didn't like them, I didn't have them back. It was kind of a way I got cheap entertainment on a Saturday night. It was kind of like an audition night. I'd still pay them, but not what they normally would get. And if I liked them, I'd ask them back and pay them their full amount. A lot of times, whether I liked them or not, I didn't ask them back just so I could get more cheap bands in there. That was something I started. I didn't know anybody else that did that in bars. Had basically their audition was doing like 2 or 3 sets on a open night, and that it was also they gave them a night to prove that they had a following. Because there's a lot of bands say they got this huge following. You book them to come in, pay them what they want. Hey, brought 3 or 4 people. That's not the point of why I wanted them there. I wanted them to bring people, so they spent money and made the bar money. It's all about the profits. If a band couldn't do that, well, I didn't need that band. Well, a cover charge, yeah, I'd have to charge a cover on nights like that, or I didn't. Here's how I'll tell you how I got around the cover charge. On entertainment nights like that, you get a lot of people that aren't your regulars, so they don't know what your prices are. I did this even on our karaoke Friday nights at that particular bar. 90% of the crowd was never there any night of the week except karaoke night during the karaoke hours. So I elevated drink prices and didn't charge a cover. That elevated drink price by far paid more than a cover. And those people were none the better. They had no idea what our normal prices were. Now, my regular customers that were there on that night, I typically didn't upcharge their drinks because I wanted to keep them coming in the other 5 to 6 days of the week. I didn't want to piss off my bread and butter. They're the ones that are there every day, making sure the lights stay on, you know. But yeah, just increase in drink prices, that worked. Typically, all you had to do is up things like a quarter, but I didn't do it like that. There were certain drinks we sold for less because of volume. Like, say, a Morgan's and Coke. Other bars were charging like $3.50, $4 at the time. I was charging $2.50 for a Morgan's and Captain Morgan's and Coke because we sold the living crap out of Captain. So, I mean, I was ordering a case plus a week. So we were making money off the volume of that. But on those nights, I charged like whatever the bar next door charged. I charged their prices on those band nights or any entertainment. Oh, I had belly dancers in there one Saturday night. I couldn't get a band lined up, and I booked belly dancers. That was interesting. It was a big hit, actually. Hey, it was entertainment, and they got tipped. They got a lot. They got more tips than I did behind the bar. I haven't put a link out there yet. If anybody wanted to get up here and join, because I'm just doing one delivery and heading towards home. Yeah, traffic. I know I'm driving slow. It's rainy, and I'm not used to driving the Clifford, the big red van, in the rain yet. Honestly, this van should handle better in the rain than my truck does because it's got 4-season tires on it. My truck's got all-terrain tires. It's shitty in the rain. God, I can smell this fishy-ass food back here. I like seafood, but sometimes I really don't like to smell it. If anybody likes Kitchen Nightmares with Chef Gordon Ramsay, there's actually a YouTube channel that does a 24-hour live stream of Kitchen Nightmares episodes, and they're older ones. They're ones over in Europe and England. I don't know how often they change up the episodes they play, but it's pretty much the same episodes. that I've seen playing since I found that live stream 3 or 4 nights ago. But it's a live stream, so you can back it all the way up to the beginning and skim through. If you've already seen an episode, you can go to the next one. That's what I did today. No, I haven't done an oil change yet. It's got a brand new oil change in it. It's saying 83,022 miles on my when I need to get the next oil change, and I don't know how many miles I have on it right now because I've got it on a trip gauge. I'm testing the gas mileage in this. It will actually tell me the gas mileage, but I don't trust that stuff. I'll count my mileage. I know how many. I filled the tank up, and I've got my receipt in here that tells me exactly how many gallons I used, or how many. Well, it doesn't matter what it took. The next fill up is the numbers I really got to watch. That's where I can figure it out, and I'll figure out. I'll do my math formula between the miles on my trip gauge and how many gallons it takes me to fill back up. That'll tell me my gas mileage. Then I can flip it back to what the regular miles are or something else. I don't know. I don't think this has a temperature. I don't know what the temperature is outside. I'm heading south. It's got a compass. Oh, you know what? That's what I didn't do. I need to turn my brightness up a little bit. There we go. Well, I want to see how accurate it is, because I'd love it to be really accurate. It was telling me I was getting 14.8 miles to the gallon though, and this should be getting better gas mileage than that. It should be closer to 20 miles to the gallon. Granted, 14.8 miles to the gallon, better gas mileage than my truck, but still not that great. But still, it would be a tremendous savings in the long run versus my truck, plus the regular fuel. My truck takes premium. I'll be saving at least 30 cents to, what was it? 29. I think it was 60 cents less a gallon. Let me think. 229, 99. 40 cents. I saved 40 cents a gallon getting regular in this versus the premium at Costco when I filled it up. Oh, it's the 4.36 cylinder. I didn't want an 8 cylinder. I kind of I'm hating not having an 8 cylinder just because of lack of power that I'm used to, but I'll get used to it. It's like right now I'm only doing about 54, but it feels like I'm doing 154 damn near. No, not that fast, but I didn't forget, Lisa. I'm only doing a live stream for one delivery. I didn't need a bunch of people on the panel. Now that dude that jumped up there that one day and posted that inappropriate material instead of his avatar, it's made me real leery of dropping that link in there just for anybody to click on. Plus, those trolls have lots of accounts and they can make a fake name. And me driving, glancing down, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll let Joe so and so up. Oh wait, who in the hell is this? That's not what the name said. No, I said I didn't put the link out on there. I did that purposely because I've been setting that up at home, and I didn't do that today. I did click the monetization button. I'm getting in the routine of doing that. I prefer timing them like this, though, because it gives people a heads up that I'm going to go live instead of me just sporadically, boom, I'm going to do a live stream. The spur of the moment. Okay, I am getting off at Richardson and making a right. One of my favorite places to get fountain sodas right down here, but I'm not That's Mountain Dew mixed with Code Red Mountain Dew. I'm not going to drink one of those right now. I'll be awake till I wake till breakfast tomorrow morning if I drink a 44 ounces of one of those right now. And that's the only size soda I ever get. I am zero point 0.6 miles away, 2 minutes. So it's up here on the left somewhere. Cool. That means I don't have to drive back on country roads in the rain. These headlights are not good on this truck. They are not very bright. It's the big glass ones you find on the bottom shelf at the parts stores underneath the regular headlight bulbs. And it's a 6054. And I found on Amazon you can buy 6054s, not the ones with all like 8 rows of LEDs. I hate those. These are different kind of lights, but they're like 89, 79, and $89 a pair. A little more. Some of them are a little more than that, but they're supposed to be insanely bright. And then I get that bull bar for the front of it. I can put a couple lights on that as well. I may even mount some fog lights on the bumper. I don't even know. I need something to brighten up the road. When I change out the whole front grill and headlights assemblies, that I'll be able to get regular bulbs for, and it's going to look more like a better trim model. It won't be a base model. I want the non-base model front end for a GMC or Chevy van. I wish this was a GMC. I know they're the same thing, but I don't know. I think GMCs just look a little better. The GMC on the hood or on the grill, I like that a little better. Now, after I drop this delivery off, I may drop the link. My customers, I don't think, text me back. Oh, somebody did. Nope, they did not. This, I think there was 44 biscuits, so I don't know if I'm serving 44 people or what. It's probably this house with all the cars. The garage is open. I got to go turn around. Boy, they got it. This is a gated subdivision. Well, I don't know. The gate. There's a gate here to get past it, so that's another subdivision. I've seen them do that in others, but it was the block an apartment complex from getting through to a neighborhood of nicer homes than what lives in those apartments. The drop off should not take me very long. I'm going to park right at the end of their driveway with my side doors facing up. Clifford, the big red van out front is me pulling up with your Red Lobster. Okay, voice text. You got to understand, when I say van, I mean van, not band. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to drop this off. Get that out of my ear. Take this phone with me. Oh, come on, unplug. These five below store phone mounts aren't very rigid. Oh, I'm back in the saddle again. Let me pull down the street a little here. Then around the corner. Give me just a second. I got to shout for now. I don't have the microphone up here. God, I'm going to have to roll down the windows and air this thing out. It smells like a brothel. I mean, it smells like Red Lobster in here. $20 cash tip. $20 cash tip. That just means that just took that to $172 instead of $152. Woohoo! I don't see many cash tips, but I hope this is the first cash tip of many getting into this holiday season. But typically when somebody tips 15, 10, 15, 20% on the app, I don't ever see cash tips on that stuff. And the ones that tip nothing, hang on, I can't. Trying to put my seatbelt on. And those people that tip nothing, oh, I didn't finish the delivery. Hang on. Picture is good. Now, see, I don't know where they get their time from on this. I thought it was I guess it's from the time you leave the restaurant. When you see the time on Dlivrd, I think it took me 23 minutes from the time I left the restaurant when I hit successful for the pickup or start, from when I hit start until now. That's got to be what that time is. But yeah, that just paid, to be 100% clear, it paid $151.82 on the app, plus $20 cash tip means $171.82. Yeah. And I needed some more cash in my wallet. That's the only way cash gets in my wallet is from tips. If I'm not getting tips, well, I'm not seeing many. I guess I have to go left here. I don't remember how I just got in to their subdivision, because when you're following Gypsy's command, you forget how you just got anywhere. And if you're wondering who Gypsy is, that's my GPS navigation lady. I had to give her a name to yell at instead of, hey, GPS lady. And Derek, the guy that does Vice-Grip Garage on YouTube, referred to his GPS as his Gyps. His Gyps, something, something, something. And I'm like, Gypsy. And I came up with Gypsy. It works. It works for me. Did you get some cash tips earlier? I think you did. I don't remember what you said, though. When I'm on Discord at home, my mind isn't always all there because I'm doing 15 other things on my computer, multitasking. Yeah, like my thumbnail said on my last live, where five deliveries, catering orders a week, you can you'll average between pretty much on the low end $165. You might get some really bad ones somehow and make just under 165, but I doubt it. All the way up to like 200. That's the lowest. That's the low ball numbers on what catering orders can do. And I was also just mainly talking about, I based those numbers off the DeliverTha app, not Dlivrd. Because DeliverTha, they've got that tip pool. So I know if you take 5 deliveries on them, that's what you're gonna make that on a minimum. I'm not taking the highway all the way back. I'm gonna bypass part of this highway. But on Dlivrd, you don't want to accept every offer they send you unless you're trying to get your first 10, and the mileage is still good. Even on my first 10, there was ones I didn't take. I mean, if it's something like $28 and they want me to drive 80 miles round trip, basically. No, I'm not going to accept stuff like that. They got to make somewhat of sense. I can't lose money on them. Like that last one I took for DeliverTha to get my 25th. I would never take that for $33 or whatever I made on it. I have to go back and see what I made on it because that was the last delivery I made for them. But that was way too many miles. But I was in the van, so it was better than the truck. And it got me my 25th. That's the only reason I took that delivery, was to get my 25th. That's exactly what I told Sade when I was on the phone with her at DeliverTha. Said I would have never taken that. Ever. The way to hell in Illinois. So I live in Missouri. That's what, I got to talk to them because I'll see these orders in Illinois popping up for me, and I don't want to go to Illinois and pick up food. But out in St. Charles, it's outside of St. Louis, but it's about the same distance as these places they want me to go to in Illinois. But the only way I see orders out there is if somehow I'm out in that area when they're dropping orders. But I won't see those at home. But I'll see orders in Illinois that are equal distance. I don't want to go to Illinois. There's much better paying orders out in St. Charles in Illinois. But on DeliverTha, on their platform with them EzCaters paying $33, I don't want to go to St. Charles or Illinois. Not for $33. Hey, what up? Dasher Life Hawaii. I can't remember your real name, but I know who you are. My voice is, I'm going to have to drink some hot tea when I get home, and not my caffeinated version. Oh, shit. I wanted to make a right here. No. I want to make a left here. I'm in the wrong lane to make a left, ain't I? I'm going to put my left blinker on anyway and act like I'm in the right lane. How's that sound? It's 2 lanes turning left on a road with 2 lanes. I don't know what got me tripped up here. There's the Ponderosa I just ate at the other night. It's not really Ponderosa, but it's identical to it. That's different, Lisa. That's right over the river into Illinois, not 25 minutes into Illinois. That's totally different. Totally different bridge, too. You never hear me getting lost when I'm doing a Spark order. When I don't take a wrong highway when I go on a Spark order, because I'm not going to Illinois through downtown St. Louis. Totally different bridge. This is a turn lane, so it's all good. It's all good. That had 2 left arrows, so that means I'm in the right lane. It's rainy and 45 here. What's the weather in Hawaii? It might be rainy, but I guarantee it's not 45. And that's Fahrenheit. I don't talk in Celsius. Being a former chef and all that, I hate seeing some of these recipes from Americans and all the damn ingredients are in the metric system. It drives me nuts. Kilograms and liters and whatever. I think if they're going to use the metric system, they should have recipes do. Got a little dark there. These headlights are terrible. 2 of my biggest complaints about this van is I don't like the headlights, and I don't like not having a tilt steering wheel. That's my biggest complaint about the van is no tilt wheel, which I'm going to change that. If it's possible, I'm going to get a tilt wheel in here. And I've watched body shop guys turn a 4-door Pontiac '69 or '65 Pontiac, like a Tempest, Le Mans, whatever that looks like a GTO. I've seen them convert that from a four door to a two door, and it looked just like it rolled off the out of the factory as a two door. I guarantee I can get a tilt wheel in here. Then I'll worry about the power locks and windows, because that bothers me too, not having power locks and windows. But everything I found with all them creature comforts had rust and a lot more miles, or they wanted 25 grand for it. Only at 3%. I thought it rained like every day in Hawaii, just for like 10 minutes. And like southern Florida, like pretty much anything tropical, I heard it rained like every day for like 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm in the middle of the United States in St. Louis, Missouri. Missouri. I'm not a politician, so I say Missouri, not Missouri. Oh, when I was at Aldi yesterday looking in the freezer, the part of their freezer where they put clearance items things, I found these chicken Parmesan patties. They're breaded chicken patties. I thought they were going to be like them little bitty things I got at the Kroger that barely fit a little hot hamburger bun. These things are actually pretty big. They're not breaded with that cheap breading either. I don't know if it's panko, but it was decent breading on them. I would think it's some kind of Italian breadcrumbs, but it didn't really look like that. I threw it in my air fryer. I could have kept it in probably the air fryer a little bit longer, because I had it in there for about 15 minutes from the freezer to the air fryer at 325 for about probably 15 minutes. And then I cranked the heat up to 350 for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then I put a little marinara on it, put it back in there for about less than a minute. Then I pulled it back out, threw the cheese on top of it, threw it back in there till the cheese was melted. It was really good. I got that whole box. There's like, it says 6 to 8 of those patties for $5. It made a hell of a sandwich. Now, next time I do it, oh, it does? Next time I do it, I'm actually going to make a little bit of pasta to throw it on, and probably just do a little garlic butter sauce with some herbs for the pasta. Nothing heavy. Keep it light. I may not even use butter. I may just toss it, and I've got a really good extra virgin olive oil, or I also have avocado oil, which I've been starting to cook with avocado oil a little bit, but I haven't dressed any pasta or salad. I did make an Italian dressing. I use part my olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and a little of that avocado oil with a little apple cider vinegar. I can't find my red wine vinegar. I have no idea where a freaking whole bottle, I never even opened it, of red wine vinegar went. I just saw it recently. I don't know where it went. I looked all over the place. But it wasn't bad. I tossed it with that caprese salad I got from Costco. I paid under $9 for this. It was in a big container where they have those Caesar salad and whatever the other salad they make on a little end cap. They make it there. Well, this was there, and it was a big bed of spinach leaves, fresh spinach leaves, with a bunch of grape tomatoes, balls of mozzarella, and then they had 2 packs of Newman's Own balsamic vinaigrette. Don't recommend that. And then they had a little cup of pesto. The pesto was pretty good, but you don't need that much pesto. A little pesto goes a long way. And I mixed it with that. I tried a little bit with that balsamic vinaigrette. It was nasty. So I made my own little quick little Italian vinaigrette. Mixed that with some pesto. That was really good. And sorry, I'm not keeping up with Chad. I'm driving in the dark with headlights that don't work well in the rain. In a vehicle I've never driven in the rain before. What's funny is I didn't feel like driving on the highway. I'm sick of the construction. I'm still not made it to the construction yet. If I was on the highway, this part they don't have this construction out this far south. I'm about to cross back into St. Louis though. I'll tell you though, when I was just I noticed when I was walking into these folks' house to drop off this order and walking back out, my back wasn't that. My back wasn't really. I don't know for sure, but I think I might have tweaked the sciatic back in place because I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling my thigh tensed up because I was feeling it bad yesterday in my left leg. And like I said, when it snaps back, you don't even know it ever happened. You're absolutely pain free, just like that, in a snap. Oh, I'm going to. Not HIDs though. I get the LEDs. I don't like the HIDs. Them bulbs are too damn expensive. And you definitely don't want to screw one of those up on installation. There's enough voltage in those ballasts, but it'll kill you. You screw something up with those, yeah, they can zap you with enough voltage. They'll knock you on your ass, if not kill you. I wouldn't change those for people at AutoZone when I worked there. I said, we got that bulb. It's $150 a bulb, and you got to install it yourself or go pay somebody to do it. Because I won't do it and then kill your ass. I'm like, I didn't know that. Y'all get something to light the road up with. You know that. I put a light bar on the roof of it, but this thing's already setting up high enough. I know there's a hospital I deliver to. My truck barely cleared it, and this is about 4 or 5 inches higher than my truck. Because I know when I was coming out, the little chain that hangs there to let you know you're about to hit the roof was hitting the top of my truck. This would hit it. I wouldn't be able to take this there. I'd have to park out in their parking lot and then just hand truck it or use my wagon to take the order in. Yeah, I'm taking the long way home, which will actually, it's shorter on mileage, but it takes longer to get there. I took the highway to get out there just because I wanted to get there fast, but I really don't like driving in the rain. The wipers work decent though for being cheap wipers. I haven't put silicone blades on it yet. These will make it through the winter maybe, and then I'll have to swap them out. Just normal wipers don't really last long. Those silicone ones, man, they're on my truck. They've been on there for 4 years. Still work good. They don't work as good as when I bought them, but compared to for being 4-year-old wipers, they work outstanding. They work as good as these new wiper blades on here that the dealer put on it. I think they did. They look new. Yeah, I prefer, if I'm going to drive in the rain and work, I'd prefer it to be daylight. But it's the time of the year. If this was July and it was raining, it would still be daylight. But hey, $171.82. I'll drive in the rain in a freaking monsoon. I don't care. I'm still on the fence whether I want to get rid of my truck right away or not. Parking's one problem I have because I'm taking up 2 spots in my driveway out back, and I'm only allotted 1 parking spot, 1 per unit, and there's 4 units in the building. There's 4 parking spots. But one of my neighbors, the guy that lives upstairs on the other side, he doesn't have a car, but he has a lady friend over every great once in a while that will park out back, and they typically don't know how to park out back, so they make it hard for the rest of us to park. I mean, you got to be in your spot correctly, or if you don't park right, it makes it hard for us to get the other 3 cars in there. Yeah, fall back, spring forward. Or as Lisa said yesterday, spring ahead. Oh, you driving this for $170? I guarantee, I know you. You'd drive a lot further than I would for $175 or for $170. I've hit the gas a little hard, taking off from some of these stoplights. Now this doesn't have the power of my truck, but I'm hitting it hard enough that if I hit the gas pedal that hard in my truck, I'd be peeling out on this wet pavement. I'm just testing out the tires. They get better grip on wet roads than my truck does. But my truck will go through the mud a lot better than this van will, because I do that all the time. Let's say I left my house. What time does that? I left my house about 5:08 because it takes me about a minute and a half to get up to the highway, and I was going live at 5:10 as I was merging onto the highway. And it's now 6:33, and I still probably got 20 minutes to get all the way back home. The delivery itself didn't take long. Oh, I think it took longer to get the food than it did to drive and drop it off. And I didn't really have to set anything up. I asked the customers, do you need any help setting everything up, or do you want to do it yourself? Because they had a big island in their kitchen where they're setting it all up. They're like, no, I think we got it from here. I'm like, all right, well, I just got to take a picture and I'm good to go. I do like setting things up so I can get a good picture, and I enjoy it. Setting up a really cool buffet. I liked doing that when I was working in catering banquets. That's what I liked about the last place I did that stuff with, because my boss did not like just your standard boring buffet line. We had decorations and all kinds of cool stuff around it. You name it, we probably had it we had a saddle in the basement, like a Western saddle. The 2 years I worked for him, or however long it was, might have been a little more than 2 years, I never seen us use that saddle, but just in case we needed it for a buffet, we had it, or for a banquet. He had so much that we had a lot of room to store stuff in that basement, a whole lot of room. It went on and on and on, and we had a big banquet hall down there too. Not as big as the main level, but with its own bar. Actually, the bar downstairs is a real bar. The one upstairs we had, it was a cart we rolled around. I gotta find out if there's a cabin filter in here. Fucking air is stinky when I turn it on. On the saddle? No, I don't. He had used it for one banquet one time. That's what he said. He needed a saddle. He found it. He just hung on to it. I went to a wedding reception many years ago when I was with a old ex-girlfriend. A saddle. They were horse people, so a saddle would have. They did have saddles there, sat up on hay bales, and that was, I think, the only wedding reception that I've ever been to. That only had a soda, water, juice bar. If you wanted alcoholic drinks, you had to pay for them. They did not include that. They weren't drinkers. Well, almost everybody that went to the reception were. The couple of the bride and groom weren't drinkers, so they didn't want it. They didn't want an open bar, but they did have draft beer. I don't even know if they had mixed drinks. I can tell you, I didn't drink much there. I may have drank much. I may have drank that night somewhere, but not there. It was like an hour drive to get out to the hick town they had the wedding reception in, out by where they ride their horses. Yeah, well, I'm guessing it does, Chevy, but I saw you said something about almost canceling. No, I peeled out that time. I saw you send me a message about something like that. At least I just haven't really read the whole message yet. Yeah, I don't have a recirculate button on my HVAC system, whatever you call it here. Typically, if you have a recirculation button, you definitely have a cabin air filter. But I don't know. I'm gonna have to look because I think it needs to be changed. It doesn't smell good, and I smoke. I just keep forgetting to do a search on it, a YouTube search, Google search. Well, if you do a YouTube search how to change the cabin air filter in my truck, you'll see a video that shows you. Then you go in the AutoZone to buy the cabin air filter, and the computer will tell you the requested, your vehicle is not equipped with the requested part you're looking for. Basically, that's, oh shit. Why are you driving 2 miles per hour in the lane? If you got to turn, get in the turn lane, you turd. You don't slow down to fucking 2 in the main lane of traffic. That gets a bird. Fuck you. Stop in the middle of the road in the rain when there's a turn lane because they had to make a left. Oh, there you go. For those top dasher people, those dasher type people out there. No apps for me. I don't feel like driving in this weather. There's somebody flying down the road with no headlights, and then the car behind him only has one headlight, going just as fast. My older sister texted me the other night, asking me what the bowling alley was my grandpa went to all the time, and I told her. She never responded. But I was busy at the time. I don't remember what I was doing, but I was busy. I think I was live streaming at home, actually. So I didn't follow up with why. Why do you want to know? Not even a thank you. Oh, thank you. Nothing. I don't think. I'd have to go back and look. Yeah, that is a big U-Haul building they built right there. That didn't used to be here. I don't drive right here very often. I'm around here. I just don't drive down this part of the road. Let's see. Do I want to stay on this road? Where am I going to end up if I stay on this road? Think. No, not anywhere I really want to be. I'm going to bust a left here. I'm going to cut across to Union. Yeah, that's the right way to go. It's a lot quieter driving this way versus the highway as well. So I get this van insulated better, soundproofed, sound dampened, whatever. It's loud in here. Much louder than my truck. Yeah, I know you don't. Like my snow cone stand. What the hell? That dude's sliding all over the road. What was he doing? I don't know. As long as he doesn't hit my Clifford, the big red van, I'm fine. Do whatever you want in your lane. Go in your direction. I like lighting my snow cone stand up at night, making it real visible because you can actually. When I was in charge of it, before me and the ex-wife, you could be driving down the highway and see my damn snow cone stand flashing at you from the highway, driving by at 55 to whatever, 70 miles per hour. It could grab your attention because I had customers say they saw me from the highway, went down an exit, turned around, and came back to see what the hell it was. And nice flashy lights and everything. Now when the ex-wife, she closes at 9 o'clock, earlier if she can. And I used to make a lot of money between 9 and 11 at that snow cone stand. And she misses out on all that money. She's 100% burnt out on the business. That's part of the problem. I mean, honestly, what she should do, because she's talking to me last year about, or earlier this summer about selling it. She just wants to sell it. I don't want it. I think she's wanting me to say, well, give it to me. It's my turn to run it for a decade. I mean, I still own half of it, but I don't want all those hours. Like when I owned that snow cone stand, when I first owned it, that was like my first real taste of freedom in the working world because I had my own business. It was making money, but it's only 6 months out of the year. That's why I was delivering pizzas in the off season, just to have more money coming in. Plus, with her, I couldn't. I was talking to Jason earlier today about this. I couldn't set aside enough money to cover me in the winter months when we were closed. I know you did. You just turned your brights on at me. I know you're not high beaming me. I can barely see the road in front of me. Now, she made it impossible for me to live all year off my earnings from the snow cone stand, even though there was enough money, enough profit coming in from the snow cone stand to do it. She was expensive. Now, not the first 2 or 3 years we had it, but it built every year. It got better and better every year. More and more sales. Just got better. Consistent hours and staying open till 11 o'clock at night, 6 days a week. Closed at 10 on Sundays, 9:30, 9 to 10. Opened at 11 every day. Basically, we were open 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. And we opened at like 1 o'clock on Sunday and closed at 9 or 10. Sunday was the only night I went out and met up with my buddies. So I wanted to get out of there early because the bar closed at midnight. But I still had that first taste of freedom like we do doing gig work, and it was glorious. I also had my barbecue stand or my barbecue business going when we first opened that stand as well. Working the barbecue business at fairs and festivals is what gave me the idea of opening the snow cone stand. That was in the late 90s, 98 or so. 90, I don't know when we opened that. 99. I think I bought it in 99. Yeah, I bought it in 99 and opened it 2000. So she just finished its 23rd season since we bought it. 23 years. And if you want numbers, the last, she's not hitting my numbers, but the last I was involved with the books, we were netting $60,000 in sales a summer. That was net, not gross. That was after all the bills were paid. That was the take home, 60 grand. That's $10,000 a month profit. But that's a business that's open 7 days a week while it's going, even rainy days. The first couple of seasons when we really didn't have employees, we looked forward to rainy days so we could close it and take the day off. After I had employees working for me and business had gotten better and better, unless it was just a torrential downpour all day long, a lot of times that's not how it rains here. It comes in patches, it comes and goes. So I was staying open in the rain and hitting $400 and $500 days in sales in the rain, in the freaking rain at a snow cone stand. Oh shit, I'm in the wrong lane again. I do this every damn time. Oh, there's a Dollar Tree. I need to go to Dollar Tree. I'm not going right now though, but I do need to. Yeah, that was blowing her away when I can still remember. I think this guy Ryan that worked for us, got a hold of us saying, hey, it's raining. You want me to go ahead and close the snow cone stand? And we were at home. And I'm like, and I text him, no, go ahead and stay open. Just keep it open. And it had been kind of slow that day because it was a chance of rain, and people knew if it rained, we typically closed, so they didn't bother coming up. Well, I left it open, and we ended up doing like, I don't know, $220, $230 that day, which was very good for a rainy day at the time. But as time progressed, those days got busier because people knew, even though it was raining, there's a good chance I'd have somebody up there working, or it'd be myself up there working. You can bet it wouldn't have been the ex-wife working. Is anybody else still out there working? I know Hawaii's out there working. He grinds it every day. In that big SUV, delivering in style, like I was in the truck. Well, more style than me. He's got like a Yukon Denali or something. Yukon something big Tahoe. He's got a big SUV. Big gas guzzler like my truck. Only his gets a little better gas mileage than my truck. I'm sure it's got the 5.3 Vortec V8 in it. And I know for my Silverado, that gets better gas mileage than my truck, my Ford. I may do a chicken parmesan for dinner tonight with over a little bed of pasta. I don't know. I've got some linguine pasta. I got that to make lo mein with. I like the lo mein sized pasta for lo mein. Some of the Chinese places I go to, like Panda Express, and I saw Pei Wei Asian Kitchen. They use that finer pasta. I don't like that for lo mein. I like the Chinese places I go to that use the lo mein style size pasta for their lo mein. I don't know if they're using straight up linguine pasta for it, but that's the size of it, and I like it. I was at the Asian supermarket by my house looking for that kind of pasta. I couldn't find it for lo mein. All I could find is that little stuff, and I don't like it. I thought that's what I heard. Oh, you got the 6.2. Okay, you might be getting the gas mileage I get in my truck. I get 8 miles per gallon in my truck. This van I bought is supposed to be getting like 20 miles a gallon. And if I work it out that right, my gas savings, my fuel savings on driving this van versus my truck will pay my monthly payment on this van till it's paid off. I don't know how good I'd do it with a snow cone stand in Hawaii. I'd have to do it different though. I'd have to serve that Hawaiian shave ice, not a New Orleans style shaved ice. They call it shave ice in Hawaii, and it's a different machine. Different cup, different presentation, everything. I'm not a fan of the cups they do Hawaiian shave ice in because it melts real fast. I like the styrofoam cups. We put that New Orleans style shaved ice in, which it still comes out like snow. Hatsuki, I believe, is the brand I was looking at. I thought about using a Hawaiian machine in my snow cone stand there for a while because I could run two of them, put them side by side, and they take up the same amount of space as one New Orleans style shaver. The tractors, they call them tractors, and they do that sweet bean and cream or something in the bottom of them there in Hawaii. I can't remember. It's been over a decade since I was researching that stuff. Oh, I bet you're not a fan of that gas mileage. I know I wasn't, but I'll tell you what, we're two people for sure that can make profits on shitty gas mileage because I'm driving that truck doing Uber Eats, everything. They're like, how can you even make money in that? And people are complaining about their they're like crossover with the gas mileage. I can barely make money. I'm like, bitch, please. I get 8 miles to the gallon in my truck and I still make profits. I just had to learn to be very selective on what I accepted and what I delivered because of that. That's why I love the catering orders because they pay so much better. I had a little excursion to do this one, and I am taking the long way home. Otherwise, I would be home and off this stream. But that's the highway. I would have been home 5 or 10 minutes ago. But I'm only streaming for the delivery, so I figured I'd take the long way home. And I don't want to drive on the highway at night in the rain in this van just yet. Oh, the shave ice. Yeah, I like the New Orleans style better myself. Some of the flavors they even the flavor concentrates and whatever they make their syrup out of for the Hawaiian shave ice is a little different as well. Like here in Missouri, Rio Syrup Company was it's been around since like 1929. It's based right here in St. Louis. It's a very popular snow cone syrup manufacturer. They make it ready to use or concentrates. I made my own syrup. I developed my own formula with their concentrates. And people here want that sweet candy flavored tasting stuff. I got some blueberry concentrate and cherry, which cherry was my number one seller. Don't really want to mess with that because the customers do let you know immediately. Damn it, this light just turned red. But I got some blueberry from New Orleans. I ended up calling it True Blue. It tasted like even with the same amount of sugar, it did not taste sweet. It it tasted more like a blueberry, and my customers immediately did not like it. I tried the cherry for 2 snow cones. My first 2 customers that day got the cherry, and they're like, the first one, "Did you do something to your cherry?" I'm like, "No. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about." And then the next customer that got it asked the same thing. I'm like, "No." I let them go on their way. As soon as they were gone, I switched it back to the original. Can't mess with cherry, number one seller. Tiger Blood's number 2 seller up here, and that's strawberry and coconut. You can mess around with that. They couldn't tell the difference. But cherry, oh yeah, night and day. They were immediately. So no, not messing with the biggest money maker. But yeah, people up here are used to that sweet candy stuff. Down in New Orleans, they're used to that blueberry that the customers up here didn't like. Crazy. Yeah, but I don't know what size gas tank you got in that Yukon. I got a 35-gallon tank in my truck. So to burn a half a tank of gas, I better be looking at about $400 in earnings, if not more. Oh damn, bumpy city roads. I'm not in the county anymore. You may hear more noise of me hitting bumps. Eventually, I have this thing insulated. You won't hear those bumps as much, and all the rattling. It's another thing I'll be eliminating is all the rattling. Because this cargo van, it's just a base model. There are no walls, no nothing. I see the inside of what you see from the outside. Literally, it's red. Yeah, I asked Red earlier if she saw pictures of my new van because it's red. It's not white. Dlivrd, the big red van. Yeah, I've got a 31-gallon tank in this van, so I still got a pretty big tank. That person's driving with their high beams on. Fuck you. Yeah, I think it said the trip gauge said on a full tank I get like 480 miles out of this. The the thing that says how many miles till you run out of gas. When I was toggling through there. Right now I just got it on the trip gauge because I'm focused on that. I want to see how many miles I'm getting. I don't want to go test it now. I want a good at least half a tank of me driving to get an actual figure on what I'm getting by the mile. The built-in trip gauge will vary. It depends on what kind of driving you've been doing. My Mini Cooper was pretty accurate but I'd get on the highway and that Mini Cooper would tell me I was getting better miles to the gallon than what the sticker said when it was brand new. There you go. 350 to 400. I knew you were up there somewhere around those numbers. We haven't really spoke, but I've seen you on up on Red's panel, and I think maybe the Flex Lounge. I don't know. I've seen you on some panels up there. Seen you in the chat too. Typically, I don't get up on too many people's panels because I do my own thing. Sometimes I'm out here live streaming 9 hours, whatever. A couple Fridays ago, I did just over a 9-hour live stream right along. So I got too hungry, then I had to quit. I had to get me some food. I had to get some fuel for myself. I was getting hangry. Oh, that Wendy's isn't open right now. What time is it? 6:56? 6:58. My clock's 2 minutes slow on the radio. That's the Wendy's. That's one of the Wendy's I won't go to and pick up food orders. Not even 7 o'clock. They already closed. That's one of the restaurants that's literally closed while I was in the drive-thru to pick up an order. A double. Actually, the last time that happened, it was a double. I'm like, you don't have any of them just sitting in there already made? I've been out here in this drive-thru like 17 damn minutes. It's like right when I got to the speaker, they decided that they were closed for the night. And it was early. It wasn't closing time. I'm almost home now. I'll let you guys know what I don't know my mileage I drove for this completely start to finish yet until I get home. As you know me, I start that grid-wise when I leave my driveway. Actually, I started before I leave the driveway. It's already running by the time I put it in drive. Do they do, is Dlivrd and DeliverTha any catering apps out in Hawaii? I don't think I've heard anybody ask you that before. Well, typically everybody's talking about DoorDash. I don't talk about DoorDash because I don't use it. That was one of the best decisions I ever made was to quit using that app. It also forces, well, I never, from the beginning, I was on Uber Eats. I started out with Uber Eats, tried DoorDash a little bit. Then I've done about 604 deliveries or something like that on DoorDash. That was a good enough test run for me. I don't run their app. I do like some things that the app does. Certain things I like that it does that other gig apps don't. Inner workings within the app. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head right now. I do like their half pay on canceled or whatever orders. I do like that. Or restaurants closed. Half pay is good. It's better than the $3 that you might get on Uber Eats. And I say might because you might get it and you might not get it. Like on stolen orders. I was live streaming that night and I went by that Jack in the Box knowing that order was probably stolen. Left the drive-thru, pulled over, called driver supported Uber Eats, and they said they no longer compensate you for people stealing orders. I'm like, well, then that's fine. I'll just quit taking those orders that I think are stolen. And I'll tell everybody I know on YouTube to do the same. And I won't ever call them to oh, that's something else I told them. I'll never call them to actually properly cancel an order so they can take it out of the system. I just let it waste another driver's time or 2 or 3, however many it takes for them to finally, for the restaurant to finally take it out of the system. You do have both out there, okay? Because I haven't heard them. I hear quite a bit of what the actual apps themselves say on their live streams and whatnot, and I haven't heard them mention that, but I never came up in conversation, I guess. You're the only one that jumps on anything from Hawaii. We need we need a we need somebody to start popping on up in Alaska, see how Alaska is from one extreme to the next. I got a buddy that lives up in Juneau, but honestly, he's a chef, but I don't know if he's chefing really full time anywhere, but he's been for the holiday season or for the summer season when they got cruise ships coming in port all the time. He's been setting a snow cone stand up. There's a little snow cone stand, like a lemonade stand, really is what it is. But he's doing little snow cones out of it. He bought himself a little shaver, and that's how he's been really making most of his money all summer up in Juneau, Alaska. I'm like, go figure. I'm like, why the hell didn't you get a hold of me if you wanted to know about snow cones? He doesn't have a good ice shaver. It's an ice crusher, really. But hey, if it works and makes him money, it's all good. It's pretty ingenious of him to do that. Oh, damn, I almost hit a rabbit. All right. I finally get oh, shit, those neighbors' freaking bushes sticking out. I finally get to see if I can back this thing in with my, and she parked way over to the left. Well, the other neighbor may have been home when she, are still home when she got here. I've not backed, my neighbor's been gone out of town, I guess, since I got this van. So I've never had to park in between my truck and her car yet. This is the first time. And I don't want to hit her damn car. I mean, I've got insurance, but I don't want to damage my van. I got insurance to cover the damn van as well. Oh, yeah, no problem. This was really hard to do with my truck. So much easier in the van. All right, that's cool. Yeah, this truck or the van's also much easier to pull into a tight parking spot than the van. I think the van, I haven't lined it up, but I think the truck's got a much longer wheelbase than this van. But they're about the same lengthwise. I haven't seen her since she's been back either. I don't talk to my neighbors very much. I'm not very neighborly. I don't even know her phone number. If I need her, I go down and knock on her door, and that's like never. Like 2 times in 2 or 3 years, I went down and knocked on her door. I had her mail one time. It wasn't mail; it was a package. I grabbed off the porch so the porch pirates wouldn't get it. That's actually neighborly. Perfect. Didn't hit the privacy fence. It's all good in the hood. Now I can actually catch up a little bit. Am I working tomorrow? I have got not one offer yet. No catering orders whatsoever for tomorrow. And I think let me double check. Pretty sure I text Dlivrd this morning at like 5 something and said I was available. Let's see if it tells me I'm already on the queue. Yep, I'm already on the queue. What's up, Steve? And I have not heard a peep from DeliverTha. What's the first day today? Oh, first day skiing or snowboarding? I can't tell what that is. You know I got terrible eyesight. They're not good? I wonder if there's any other catering apps there that are unknown but local to your area. It's hard to find some of that stuff, some of those things sometimes. Well, one thing you could look up EzCater. Well, I've actually contacted EzCater for people in markets that they can only see those EzCaters on DoorDash, like Dashing Grandpa down in Wichita Falls, Texas. Unfortunately, in his market, the only place that does dispatches orders for EzCater is DoorDash, and he's tired of DoorDash. Yeah, I can't snowboard. I proved that. I can't play foosball because of that. I've heard of it. I might have seen it pop up on Food Tax. I might have seen that pop up on my Play Store, but I've never downloaded that one. Freight's the one. I gotta watch some Cars and Cribs tonight on his freight videos. Frayt, that app. See if there's this carrier stuff that he's talking about, because I thought he was saying courier. It's carrier apps, and some of them I found. Night Watcher was on. That wasn't last night, was it? Somebody's stream. It might have been my stream I did a couple nights ago when I was explaining about me getting suspended from DeliverTha and back on the platform. Yeah, what you can do. So I just call you Hawaii. I can't think. I can't remember your name for nothing. Because first time you've been on my stream. You can contact EzCater and find out who they dispatch orders, their orders through in your area. Because I did that for Dash and Grandpa, and that's how I found out. It's only DoorDash, which he doesn't want to use DoorDash, so that's not good for him. I don't even think he's in the large order program. He might be. I don't know. Oh, this isn't a new coat, man. It's 45 degrees. I had to put on. This is a jacket I picked up at Costco last year for $20. It's a Nautica. Ronald, is that your name? Because I'll tell you, man, catering apps is where it's at. Those catering orders, shoot, compared to, I mean, I've made some good money off some good orders on Uber Eats. I can't knock them for that, but they're not that often. Not often I'm making over $30-$40 on a single Uber Eats run, but it has happened. Yeah, we're got a lot of. Okay, Ronald. Okay, I didn't know his name. I couldn't remember. That doesn't sound like what I thought his name was. I didn't want to say the wrong name, unless it was like Donald. That's close to Ronald. At least I would have been close. I've been way off in left field. You just, what are you doing on those catering apps out there in Denver, Steve? Boots. That's it. I knew nobody. Ronald didn't work right. Boots. That's it. That's what I've heard. That's why I was like, I'm way out in left field. It wasn't even close to Ronald. What I was thinking. Oh yeah, those White Castle bangers. What made that such a big banger? I had to wait a freaking hour for the food, but that was the last delivery I needed to hit the quest bonus on Uber Eats that night, and I couldn't decline one of them. They had one of them ready. I had it in the damn truck, but that wasn't the money maker. The money maker was the $112 order that they were still putting together. That poor lady that works there. She had one guy in there working with her, and he walked out. They were slammed, and the headphones weren't working right, so she wasn't getting the orders right. Bad batteries. I don't know what it was. She said she kept flipping headphones. I had to wait out front for 40 minutes, guys. But yeah, I made bank on that order. Bank. And the first drop off was the bigger order, the 112. It was $112 worth of freaking White Castles, and it was like almost right across the street from the White Castles for the drop off. And before I could even get to the door, halfway down the sidewalk, all I could smell was weed. It was potent. Yeah, I had to wait a long time. Yeah, and then all the main, I think the smaller of the two orders that was much further away tipped like $2. All the money on that mainly came from that $112 order of the potheads. That's fine. When I delivered pizzas at a place called St. Louis Pizza Wings out in Fenton, Missouri, just south of St. Louis. Part of it is St. Louis County. In my off season, it was some of my best tippers were in the mobile home parks with all those potheads. I made way more money on my mobile home tips than I did on the people in the expensive houses. Those mobile homes didn't have that, $300,000 or $400,000 mortgage. The bidding side, I wonder if that's what Brian was talking about. Because I tried to negotiate a price one time, and they said they don't negotiate prices. And I think it was Brian said he even had a phone number to call that he could know and say, this is what I want to do it. This is what I'll do it for. Damn, that's a lot of snow. We're lucky to see that all winter here. And when we do, like, we'll get 8 inches of snow in 2 days, it's gone. You see some plow mounds on the edges of parking lots, and that's the only reason you know it just snowed 3 days ago. That's why I didn't move to frickin' Minnesota, because it just snows on top of snow up there. It doesn't melt. It just keeps snowing. It may not snow for a couple weeks, but when it does snow, it's on top of that snow that was there 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I had an opportunity to move up to Winona, Minnesota back in the mid 90s. I had friends up there. They even had me a bartending gig lined up at a place called Brothers, a big, kind of a Cheers type place, but real huge. It was a big, real big place. And I didn't do it because, man, them winters scared me. I didn't want to deal with that much snow all the time. I like snow, but not nonstop all winter long. I don't want to, and also I don't like those cold temps where you can throw a cup of water in there and it turns to snow. Hell no. Yeah, I'd like to know something about that because I'm guessing if you're bidding on something, you at least got an idea of an upcoming delivery that's not going to be a immediate pickup right now. You have to go to get it because those of what's that right there is what stopped me from doing some Curri orders. And oh, get this, Steve, I had one pop up a couple nights ago. I was live streaming, or no, I was on somebody's Discord, or yeah, I was Discording it at home. It was like $684.50 going up to Ann Arbor, Michigan. I'm assuming it was a Sherwin-Williams, but I wasn't 100% sure because it never tells you where you're picking up from until you confirm or claim the order, which that irritates me. But it was acting glitchy when I click on the request. It was acting glitchy when I went into it. And then that wasn't, it was 571 miles one way. So actually 684 wasn't enough to get me there. So I was waiting for it to go up. It might have been 584, something like that. Well, the thing popped up on the screen saying there was an update in the price, click cancel or view. So I clicked view. The price didn't even move. There was nothing that changed. So I'm like, huh. And then like 10 minutes later, somebody claimed it. It was probably seconds before it would have gone up again. And somebody claimed it at that original price, and it never went up. But it said it went up. I even had a push notification that there was an update, but that price never changed. So I think there was something glitchy with that order. I'm kind of glad I didn't accept it. It would have fit in the van, no problem. Well, I know it was that yesterday morning. It was snowing in Boulder when you were driving around in that fog. Yeah, I guess if you're bidding, can you book more than one delivery if you're bidding for offers? Because as few orders as I see here, I mean, there's no way I could rely on Curri as an income. Just a little order once in a while. I did one. No, I did no Curri last week. Because the ones earlier in the week, I saw one on Monday, but I was in the middle of catering orders. I couldn't do it. And then another one popped up, and it was for 7 a.m. the next morning, and it never went high enough for me to take. It was too low. Okay, the bidding side you can. I bet that's what Brian's doing. That's got to be because he said there's a number he can call and put in a bid, basically. I don't even know what U-Ship is. I haven't heard of that one. There's actually a lot of apps out there that might be local to your area that nobody knows about, but they may look good, like they should be everywhere. Because I found a couple now. I don't know the names. I'm always looking up new stuff. You guys know that because you never know what's going to be the next great app. And if you can get on something ground level, like there's drivers here that's been on Dlivrd for more than 2 years. I don't know how long DeliverTha's been here, but I know Dlivrd's been here for at least 2 years. And they're way ahead of the game, but they're driving small cars. I mean, I was getting bigger orders because I drove a truck. Now I got this van. I got even more space. Yes, yes, Steve, that's a problem. Uship.com. Okay, I'll check that out. That's what Uship is. People lowballing it because that's what I see on Curri here. I was waiting for an order to go up to 62 something yesterday. 52 wasn't enough because I was done for the day. But I would have done that if it went up to 62 because it was going to drop me off 5 minutes from my house. But I had to drive into Illinois 20 something miles and turn around and drive back. From where I was, it was like, well, it was going down as I was driving because I was getting closer. But it was 30 something miles to get there when I first saw the order. Then it was going to be 14 miles to the drop off, which puts me 5 minutes from my house. So for all that driving, it wasn't enough for me yet. But some knucklehead, I thought it might go up to like $82. I would have done it for 62, but somebody took it at 52, and I'm like, but it could have been somebody that was already over there near that in Illinois that was wanting to get back over here. 52 worked for them. They took it, I guess. It was too big of an offer for somebody in like a Chevy Cruze to take it, or a sedan, or even a small SUV, maybe a mid-size SUV. It was going to be like 15 5-gallon buckets of paint, which no problem in here. It was no problem in my truck. That fits with easy in here. Oh, my truck does. It should. I haven't measured between that shelf, but I think they've got them set up in here that there's 4 foot between there. I still got to get the tape measure out. That's my problem here, Steve. Is the morons taking them at low pay, and I'm telling you, I've seen some of the bigger loads that won't fit in a compact car go for, especially driving my truck. I'm like, there's no way I could take that and make it profitable for what it went for. Like something going for $26 driving 50 something miles. No way, can't do it. Yeah, my right headlight. These headlights are dim, but that right headlights. I'm on. Yeah, the right headlight, passenger side, is way more dim than my driver's side. Probably that's an older headlight. Guys, if you don't know, if you got a headlight that goes out, always replace them both. The one that still works, hang on to it in a backup as a backup in case you are out and for whatever reason you got a headlight that goes out, just to keep you from getting a ticket. Yeah, pallets will fit in here. I could probably get 2 pallets in here. I haven't measured the depth, but I'm sure it's 8. I got 8 foot of room back there, and I know I got the width. I'm pretty sure I got the width even with the shelving unit that's in here. It's a shelving unit made for cargo vans. They go for $300 to $400 if I was to buy one, and it's got the lip on it so shit won't slide off the shelf. Yeah, I was watching Cars and Cribs picking up a load on one of his videos last night. It's one of my, yeah, I watched that whole one. He's got a lot of room in that, a whole lot of room in that Sprinter. Holy cow. It's massive in there because he's got the high, I think he's got the high roof too, the high topper. Oh yeah, it's sheets of drywall will lay flat in here and plywood. I'm not a big fan of plywood's not that bad. I'm not a big fan of delivering drywall. It's heavy and you can break that shit. I'm not going to break a sheet of plywood though. Yeah, I can do that. I can do two pallets in here. I should be able to. I've still yet to get the tape measure out. I got a dining room table back there still I need to get out, but I tweaked my sciatic nerve somehow Wednesday, and it didn't really start bothering me till I woke up yesterday morning. Golly, did it, or Thursday morning. It hurt. I couldn't even hardly walk. But it's still, I think I might have snapped it back since I left and went and did this Red Lobster order, though. Because when I just ran in and out of those people's house dropping off that order, I don't recall feeling it. And I'm in this position, I don't feel it. I don't feel it at all right now. Yesterday, I really felt it in my upper thigh and my left leg when I was just sitting here just like this right now. And right now I feel nothing, no pain. So hopefully it snapped back. And tomorrow I can get this damn dining room table out of the back of my van and get it downstairs for storage. Yeah, I know that from carrying. Well, you can get that carrier. I only carry one sheet of any of that crap at one time, unless it's like quarter inch. Well, it's actually thinner than quarter inch. Luan for underlayment for like vinyl, some flooring, the Luan they call it. It's pretty light. You can carry 2 or 3 sheets of that at a time. Uh, if you got a second person, you can carry a lot more. But I don't make enough for me, let alone 2 people. Yeah. Well, I want a tape measure to see what my square footage is back there anyway. Kind of tape it off so I know where where I can store stuff and where I can't. Somebody coming down my alley? Who that? I don't know that car. Well, if I'm going to stay out here, I'm going to. This camera does so much better at night than the camera I used to live stream for. This is my older phone. This is the older of the 2 phones I use right now. But when I got it, it had a good camera because if you remember, I was originally live streaming from this phone, but then I started doing Instacart and realized that I needed 5G connection and not 4G. So I switched my work phone to the 5G phone, and the camera on my 4G phone at night sucked. You could barely see me. Plus, this is StreamYards. StreamYards doesn't have a dark mode. I do know with them being lower like this, I just flipped back on the other phone because I got the white screen from DeliverTha on here. I can still see out the windshield without no problem. When it's up here hanging from my rear view mirror, which I don't have one of those in this van, looking to the right at night sucked. I couldn't see anything. No, I think that guy actually lives down there. It was a BMW. Nice BMW. You guys know I live in the hood, but I got to keep stressing that this is an up and coming neighborhood, and it's going to eventually get back to what it once was. It's still got years to go because probably like 15 plus years ago, it hit utter rock bottom, and it was just overran with gang activity and shit and drugs, and it went to shit. It hit rock bottom. These neighborhoods, that's what has to happen. The neighborhood has to hit complete rock bottom before it can go back up. When? Oh, you're up in New York. Oh yeah, I still have a Pinterest, Steve, and I bet you, I got a category on there for pallet building shit with pallets. I know there's a lot of recipes on it. I never get on my Pinterest, but I thought it was retarded at first. Then I was bored at home at my last apartment, got on Pinterest. I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. I know I got some off-road trucks on there, the Raptor, because the Raptors were fairly new, and I'm like, oh, dude, I love these Raptors. These new Raptors Ford came out with. I don't like them as much as I did now, but I'd still take one. I just loved the look of them when they first came out. I didn't like the price tag, but it only got way higher. I tell you what, those early 2012, 13, 14 Raptors still hold their value really damn good. Oh, I'm getting off here soon, Steve, because I'm in my driveway. I'm going to pretty much smoke this cigarette and I'm done. I'm going inside to figure out something for dinner. And it's not raining on me right now, so I can have the window down. And there's a couch right there. That if you watch my little short video of a walk around to the van, that couch is still here. You'll see it because somebody trimmed a bunch of branches and crap in their yard and put them all out next to the dumpsters here instead of putting them in the yard waste containers that are in my alley. Well, I finally cleaned all that crap up around my dumpster the very next day. And I was out there pretty late that night when I saw it, and it was still empty. Next day I'm leaving, there's a freaking couch out here, right where I cleaned it. I was so mad. You do the same, Steve. And never be scared to plug your upcoming podcast or live shows with these interviews you got coming up, because there's a lot of people that it might interest them to be on some of them. I know you're doing the CEO of Gridwise, CEO of Dlivrd on November 2nd, I believe that one is. That's Chris Heffernan that jumped on my live stream that one night. I will be there for sure. I'm going to have to set reminders for me to make sure I'm there, because I want to be there. That's why I wanted to know if that one was live or not. The World Series. I didn't even know what was going on in the World Series. That's how much I pay attention to what's going on out there. I'm just into the gig app economy, trying to find what's going to maximize me some stuff. And Kitchen Nightmares, that damn Kitchen Nightmares live stream I found with the Kitchen Nightmares marathon. I'll keep popping on that Kitchen Nightmares live stream till I see every episode that it keeps replaying. Because there was a couple I watched on there. I'd never seen them. I thought I'd seen all the older Kitchen Nightmares. Actually, it was Kitchen Nightmares I found out about Yorkshire pudding, some of the original ones, and I learned how to make Yorkshire pudding at home after that. It's not really pudding. It's like a biscuit you dump grease on, like bacon grease on, or beef grease, fat or something, and it drops a hole in the middle and it kind of poofs up around it. It's different. I might get up on Necro's live stream. I'll get up on his panel maybe, and it depends on who's there. There's somebody that keeps getting on his panel that I don't care to listen to. I don't mind if that person's in the chat. Just don't really care to see that person up on the panel. I'm not throwing names out there because I don't like stirring up drama. But it's like anything, if you don't have to watch. So I don't. If I see that person on the live stream, I just go somewhere else and look at something. Steve. We'll see you, Boots. Thanks for hanging out, man. Keep grinding it, making that bank, making them fat stacks. I had to say something about it not raining on me. Now the rain's picking back up. Damn it all to hell. Tiramisu's good. Actually, the last grocery store I chefed at, they sell it by the slice, or you can buy the whole damn thing, but they sell it like in the potato salad case where you get the potato salad and coleslaw and that shit. They've got tiramisu and carrot. Their carrot cake was really good too. They made it out at their commissary. Yeah, that grocery store chain is big enough. They actually have a commissary where a lot of the things that you see there, like the coleslaw and broccoli salad, that tiramisu cake and the carrot cake, a lot of that's made out at their commissary. It comes in a box like the coleslaw or the broccoli. They got a St. Louis broccoli salad that's really good. I like it. But it comes like as a kit in a box. And all they got to do at the store is just mix it all together and put it in a bowl and stick it out there and sell it for $6.49 a pound or whatever. Oh, I got carne asada. I can make tacos. I got one of them carne asada kits from Aldi yesterday. I wanted to try it out. It was like on sale for $5.99. Usually those are like $10, maybe even more. I don't know. But I figured I'd try it. Yeah, but they actually, I had one of our cooks. I think his name was Curri. He was hating life working the burger grill, the burger bar we had there, which they called it the bistro grill, but we called it the burger bar, or over in the corner, the street corner, because it was over in the corner of the building. He primarily worked over there. I worked at the busier restaurant. The way it worked, the restaurant I worked at in there, everybody that worked in that restaurant could go work over at the burger bar without a problem. But everybody that worked at the burger bar couldn't come over and work Fresco. It was called Fresco where I worked. It was just way too busy and too complicated for them than flipping some burgers. But they did breakfast over there, and I didn't do breakfast at the burger bar. I went over there and did breakfast a couple times, and I didn't like that at all. I was no breakfast chef, no diner chef. Wanting their frickin' eggs over sleazy and stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't know that diner lingo. I learned some of it though. Yeah, you were spot on, spot on. Like I said, I don't mind them in the chat, but I don't want to hear them up there. I don't mind egg on a burger. In fact, my boss at the last bar I ran decided he wanted eggs on all the burgers. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But they're good. I'm like, yeah, but not everybody likes a damn egg on a burger. If anything, I'll put it as an add-on, but that's a pain in the ass for the cook, dude. You're just making things slow to cook down more. I've never had eggs on a stripper. Over sleazy. Oh, there goes that BMW again. I recognize that. It hasn't driven up. Do they live right? Oh, they may live down that way. I can tell you, real soon, if the Mother Nature doesn't kill off this neighbor's weeds growing out of their fence 4 foot into my alley that's hitting my van every time I drive by, I'm gonna get out there. I'll go buy a damn chainsaw if I have to. I've been trying to find a good a long hedge trimmer at some estate sales or garage sales recently, but the only one I found was like, I mean, the hedge trimmer is only like a foot long, and it was old as hell. I don't even know if it would work. The guy wanted like $10 for it. I'm like, no. Once those things aren't sharp, I don't know how to sharpen a hedge trimmer. I'm sure it can be done, but they're useless if they're not sharp. Sharp ones, boom, they work great. Tiramisu. Yeah, that stuff had a shelf life of only 3 days. Anything they put in a reputable grocery store, if it's out there, potato salad, any of that stuff, it's only got a 3 day shelf life, even though it's actually good for like 7. So I got to eat a lot of that tiramisu cake and the carrot cake. It was really good. It had a cream cheese frosting, not a. Most of your carrot cakes should have a cream cheese frosting, not a that butter stuff, butter something. I don't know what they call it. I was a chef, not a baking and pastry person. I'm not a baker. Me baking is reading the directions on the side of the Betty Crocker or Duncan Hines box and doing that. I always said they spent millions of dollars on research and developments for their recipes. I'll follow their directions. They've done their due diligence to make something that's going to work. I'm not a fan of Pizza Hut. When I was younger, it wasn't bad, but they changed. When I worked and when I delivered pizzas for them in 1990, uh, drivers had to do stuff like fold boxes and oil pans or make their pizza sauce in between deliveries and during downtime. Side work. We had side work because we were paid by the hour. We were technically employees. Um, and I literally took, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 number 10 cans of tomato paste, dumped it into a 10-gallon bucket, and then you filled it up to a certain level with um, water, and then you had 2 little seasoning packs, and you dumped that in there. You had this ginormous, like 3-foot long whisk, and you whisked it all up until you had pizza sauce. It wasn't that good. Nice. Are you on my live stream? Question mark. I'm about ready to end it. and go inside. Somebody texted me how much their numbers on gig work today. Pretty good. He got out late, broke 100. Good job. Think he was set to do a shit. I don't think he's even been out 4 hours, to be honest. He said it was really slow. That's not bad money for being really slow. And I think it's raining down there as well. And it's the same temperature. When he told me it was 45 degrees where he's at earlier, I said it's 45 degrees here and rainy. We got a lot of rain in the forecast next couple days, 3 days, 4 days. I don't even know. It's like rain all the way across the 7-day forecast on the news. Whose live stream should we go raid in a little bit? Just everybody show up out of the blue. I even put Red Lobster on my damn logo, or on my thumbnail. It took me for a minute to find a transparent vector image for Red Lobster. Live. There's the Kitchen Nightmares that keeps popping up right at the top. Necro's live. He's got Digi Nomad up on there. Oh, and that person I don't want to see on the live stream. I can't see. I can't make out the other two. I can tell you, Digi Nomad up there. What comes out of that man's mouth? Holy crap. Dead Dog Saloon. What? Oh, this is some live stream at a bar in like Florida Keys area or something called Dead Dog Saloon keeps popping up. They've got like a live cam in there named right at their stage. Oh, if y'all don't know, Red over at Gig Wars Official has a second live stream thing she's working on called Gig House Official. I really don't know exactly what that's all about just yet, but she needs watch hours so she can get them on, and subs. She only had like 33 subs when I checked it out earlier today, and she needs a whole lot of watch hours. Also, in YouTube news, I found this rapper, Dax. Let's see. I think it's just Dax. I'll find out. I'm going to figure out the name of his YouTube channel real quick. Kind of cool. I'm not a big rap music fan. I just don't like the modern rap, the mumble rap, and all the hate and racist stuff and everything that's in the lyrics, the messages. I just don't like it. That's Dax. Wait, let me actually click on the channel. It may just be DAX. Am I on this channel? I think it's just DAX. I won't play any of his music because I don't want copyright claims. But he's got pretty good edited videos. I mean, the lyrics are good. They got meaning. They got heart and soul. And that's something I like. Not this hate and yeah, oh yeah, I still pop some Kim Dracula on. Yes, that person says it man, it makes your brain hurt. I'm telling you. And you can't get through to the kid. It's like talking to a brick wall, literally. I think it's worse, like a reinforced brick wall with like 8 feet of concrete with a lot of rebar in there. With all that extra stuff they put in with the rebar now to make the concrete even stronger. I don't know, the fiberglass or something they mix in with concrete that makes you can actually there's an additive, I think it's with fiberglass, that it makes that concrete so strong you supposedly don't even need rebar anymore. It's that kind of concrete that's reinforcing that brick wall that you're trying to talk to. Yeah, I'm about ready to go inside. Well, Rideshare Rodeo came on here. Boots from Hawaii jumped on. What is this? I believe that's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air right there. Will Smith, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and the Fresh Prince doing a Halloween song about Freddy Krueger. I haven't heard this in God. I couldn't even tell you. I don't even remember the name of the song. Just popped on the radio though. Gotta love Halloween sometimes. That's how they should play Thriller. Only this time of the year, not multiple times a week across multiple stations. Yeah, at least I was trying to find someone else's live stream to go raid like they do. They call that a raid on Twitch, where a lot of people go raid someone else's channel and all subscribe and whatnot. So I'm thumbing through some live streams here. Hell, I could leave this going and just back myself out of it. It's running from inside my house. Oh, I loved Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. One of my favorite. Put that up there in the top 10 of favorite sitcoms ever. And when he's teaching Ashley how to be mad. Back off. Mind your business. That little sketch and that part of that episode was hilarious. Mind your business. Back off. You can find that clip on YouTube too. It is there. I go and watch it every once in a while. Wait, see, I saw Van. I was on his live stream 5:00 this morning my time, and he said he was. I asked him. I said he missed my comment because he was driving, and it was spitting snow, and it was like 22-degree real feel, 30 degrees this morning. And I asked him if he what happened to the W-2. He didn't say whether he. I just said he was going to be doing more live streaming full time for a little while. Like I didn't know if he's got a week off, vacation, or what happened. Well, I'll find out. I'll get it from him. I'll find out. Okay, I can. I don't have his phone number. I can message him though. I've never asked him for his phone number. That's why I like. Oh, you know what? Let me see if something that somebody that would really get a kick out of it. If Johnny there at Bracket Gaming is live streaming, I think it'd be really neat if we all jumped on there and rated him. He's playing. He is. I don't know what this game is. It's a shooter game. Let me see if there's a title. MW2 with Mr. Clover. I guess Mr. Clover's somebody else. I see somebody in his chat with Clover in their name.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Oh, hang on. Wait, they fired him. Well, he was so appreciative of all the love he got from his customers and everything. Thank you, good tipper. He always was. Well, I'm Facebook friends with him, and I saw the pictures he's been posting of receipts. He always had personal information blocked out. He did everything by the book. Oh, I didn't. I haven't caught many of his live streams because he's usually live streaming when I'm not paying attention to anything live streaming. I'm trying to sleep. I'm gonna copy. If you guys can show Bracket Gaming some love, his name's Johnny. I'm gonna share the link here in just a second. I gotta get out of where I'm at. Oh, I gotta go to my channel actually. So I definitely got to get out of where I'm at. Of course, I'm not. My stream's not the first one now. There it is. You're not saying Sam got him fired, was it? You can text me who that was, Steve. You got my number. Of course, I'm going to see ads on my own channel. Why wouldn't I? It's blocking my chat though. I can't get to my chat. Is this my? There are no. Okay, there they are. We'll see. I'm going to post this link to Bracket Gaming. I pop on there a lot and just hit the like. I sometimes I won't chat much. I just lurk for a few minutes, watch them play a game, hit the like button, and take off. But that's a link to Bracket Gaming. If everybody can just hop on there, say hi, and tell them I sent you, Gigwise. I'm a mod over there too. And I'll jump on there and say hi in just a few minutes. I'm going to go inside, get all this shit off. Get all the stuff out of my pockets and whatnot. And then I'll jump on there. He's getting me, actually, because I've been watching and lurking and not really chatting, he's getting me wanting to play some video games. And I think I got a PS3. I think that's what I got. I'm so out of the loop on video games though, so stuff on the PS3 is just fine for me. That's fine. I don't need the latest and greatest. But yeah, just pop on there and say, "Hey, Johnny, Gigwise told us to come over here and say hi," or whatever you can. Show them a little love. I'll be on there in just probably like 5 minutes or so. It takes me like a minute to get upstairs, a couple minutes, and I'll jump over there. I'm not going to stick around long, though, because I'm going to make something to eat. Hector has a PS2. Hey, I've got an original Xbox. I can't call it the Xbox, an Xbox #1 because they came out with that later. But it's the OG, the first Xbox that ever came out. I've got it. I even got the converter to hook it up to HDMI. And I've got games and controllers, even the DVD remote. Okay, yeah, I'm out too. I got to go, guys. I'll see you. Go jump over on Bracket Gaming at that link I shared. Show a little love, and I'll see you there in just a minute. I'll talk for a little bit, and then I'll get off and say I got to make dinner. Peace. We'll see ya. Trying to hit the right button. I love the Vietnamese delivery guy. Hey, they knew him well enough to know he's Vietnamese. I yell at people for calling him Chinese. If you can still hear me, I'm at the last button to end this. I'm out. We'll see ya.